Have you ever wondered how a set of ancient laws, specifically the Mosaic Law, holds relevance in our modern life? Let's embark on a journey back in time to when the Mosaic Law was given, specifically to the nation of Israel. This law was an intricate tapestry woven of 3 parts: the 10 Commandments, the ordinances, and the worship system. Each thread had its unique purpose. The 10 Commandments revealed the holy character of the eternal God, setting Israel apart from all other nations. The ordinances in the worship system, on the other hand, were mirrors reflecting the sinfulness of man, while also providing a path of forgiveness and direction. Above all, the Mosaic Law served as a stark reminder of our human incapacity to keep the law, thereby underscoring our dependence on God's mercy and grace. So, the Mosaic Law was more than just a set of rules. It was a way of life, a means to understand God and human nature, and a path towards forgiveness and worship. And the Mosaic Law's story begins with the nation of Israel, freshly liberated from Egyptian slavery. They stood at the foot of Mount Sinai, anticipating the heavenly decree that would shape their destiny. This was the Mosaic Law, a gift from the divine, designed to guide the Israelites in their newfound freedom. The Mosaic Law was no ordinary set of rules. It was a 3-part code, each segment complementing the other, forming a divine blueprint for the Israelites' lives. The first part, the 10 Commandments, served as the moral compass for the nation. These edicts, etched on stone tablets, established the foundational principles of justice, respect, and divine reverence. The second part, the ordinances, provided practical applications of these commandments. They were the societal guidelines that governed everything from property rights to food restrictions, ensuring a harmonious coexistence among the Israelites. But the Mosaic Law was not just about rules and regulations. It was also a spiritual guide. The third part, the worship system, provided the Israelites with a means to commune with their God. It outlined the duties of the priesthood, the structure of the tabernacle, and the specifics of offerings and festivals. These elements, when woven together, created an intricate tapestry of worship that connected the Israelites to their divine benefactor. Through the Mosaic Law, the Israelites were able to glimpse the holy character of their eternal God. It set them apart, making them distinct from all other nations. It revealed the sinfulness of man, yet offered a path to forgiveness through faith and sacrifice. It provided a shared rhythm of worship through yearly feasts and guided them towards both physical and spiritual health. But perhaps most importantly, the Mosaic Law served as a mirror, reflecting humanity's inability to meet God's standard of holiness. It was a humbling reminder of our inherent shortcomings, leading us to rely on God's mercy and grace. And so, the Mosaic Law became the foundation of a new society, setting the Israelites apart and providing them with a roadmap for a righteous life. But what does this ancient law mean for us today? This question invites us to delve into the essence of the Mosaic Law and its relevance in our modern lives. The Mosaic Law, given specifically to the nation of Israel, was a tripartite system comprising the 10 Commandments, the ordinances, and the worship system. Its purpose was manifold, but let's highlight a few key points. Firstly, the Mosaic Law served as a revelation of the holy character of the eternal God to the Israelites, setting them apart from other nations. But more than just a set of rules for one nation, the law also held a mirror to the human condition, revealing the inherent sinfulness of mankind. This wasn't to condemn, but to guide, to show us our shortcomings and to help us understand our reliance on divine mercy and grace. Interestingly, while the law was holy and good, it was not a means to salvation. As Romans chapter 3 verse 20 states, "No one will be declared righteous in God's sight by the works of the law. Rather, through the law we become conscious of our sin." The Mosaic Law also provided a path towards forgiveness through sacrifices and offerings for those who had faith in the Lord. It established a way of worship through yearly feasts and offered divine direction for the physical and spiritual health of the nation. But perhaps one of the most profound purposes of the law was to reveal to humanity that no one can fully keep the law. Everyone falls short of God's standard of holiness, a realization that pushes us to rely on God's mercy and grace. When Christ came, he fulfilled the law and with his death paid the penalty for our transgressions. So while we may not follow the Mosaic Law to the letter today, its principles of faith, repentance, and reliance on God's grace remain relevant, reminding us that we are not saved by our works but by faith in Jesus Christ, who fulfilled the law on our behalf.